Welcome back to Insights, where we examine the authentic habits and moments that define how leaders influence, communicate, and negotiate. Today, we're exploring something deceptively simple but incredibly powerful: the pause. In high stakes negotiations, we put a lot of effort into preparing what to say. We write scripts, improve language, and rehearse responses until every word feels right. But some of the best negotiators, investors, executives, and deal makers understand that the true power isn't always in what you say, it's in what you don't. A few years ago, researchers at MIT Sloan, led by Jared Curhan, found that extended silence, just 3 seconds or more, can significantly enhance negotiation results. When participants paused, they didn't lose ground, they gained ground. Those few seconds allowed both sides to think more creatively, uncover shared value, and reach higher quality agreements. That's fascinating, isn't it? 3 seconds. Not a long speech or a clever argument, just silence. I've observed this pattern repeatedly. A leader shares their plan or proposal, then stops speaking. They sit quietly and composed, allowing the silence to linger. The other side, a bit uncomfortable with the quiet, often attempts to fill it. Well, maybe there's flexibility on that term. Or we could look at this differently. The silence pulls information to the surface that words never could. So why does it work? Let's analyze it. First, the pause interrupts the automatic competitive instinct, that divide the pie mentality, where we rush to defend our point or win our side. The moment you pause, you shift from reacting to reflecting. You open the door for collaboration instead of combat. Second, silence creates mental space. It gives you time to process what was just said and allows your counterpart to do the same. People think more deeply when they aren't being talked at. A quiet pause encourages reflection and often revelation. Third, a pause invites disclosure. People are wired to dislike awkward silence. In negotiations, that discomfort prompts people to keep talking. And when they do, they reveal motivations, limits, needs. That's insight you can't gain from interrupting. Fourth, silence signals confidence. When you can sit in stillness without rushing to respond, you project composure and control. It says, I'm comfortable here. I don't need to fill every second to hold authority. Great negotiators control rhythm, not volume. And finally, silence eases pressure. When someone drops a bold anchor, that's our final offer. You don't need to respond immediately. Just pause, breathe. Let the weight of the moment settle. The pause prevents emotion from hijacking judgment and gives everyone time to recalibrate. Of course, silence can backfire if it's unintentional or uncomfortable. The key is presence. Maintain eye contact, an open posture, and a calm energy. You're not withdrawing, you're creating space. The silence should feel active, not absent. And here's where this goes beyond just a negotiation tactic. For leaders, pausing is a communication superpower. In meetings, when a conversation gets heated, a pause helps reset the tone. In presentations, a pause after a strong statement makes it stick longer. When giving feedback, a pause after asking a question shows you genuinely want to hear the answer. One executive I coached began deliberately practicing this during Q&A sessions. Before answering any question, even the easy ones, he paused for 3 to 4 seconds. That simple habit completely transformed how his team members viewed him. They saw confidence instead of defensiveness. They started speaking more openly. Projects progressed more quickly because the tone shifted from argument to dialogue. That's the essence of the pause. It's not silence just for silence. It's silence with purpose. It shifts energy. It creates space for trust, creativity, and respect to develop. Here's a reflection. In your conversations, where do you tend to rush your responses, and what could happen if you paused instead? If you want to explore how to use silence effectively in your negotiations or leadership communication, visit thinknewamsterdam.com and schedule a conversation. We'll help you add more power to the moments between your words. And if you'd like insights delivered directly to your inbox every week, you can subscribe for free at thinknewamsterdam.com. Until next time, continue to empower yourself and others to pause with purpose, listen with intent, and lead with presence.